So let's be stupid. And we're good at that. Don't try this at home because being stupid takes professional talent. And I'm good at that. Okay, love them knives. What are we going to talk about? We're going to talk about this nutty knife that I got. It's Shooziz. I don't know how to pronounce it. I have no idea. Shooziz. I don't know. But this will knock you out of your shoes, that's for sure. This is DC-53 steel. This is the HAN-317. And they call it the hand because it will chop your hand off. And it will do so immediately upon purchase. So, and it will be easy for it to chop your hand off because this thing weighs like 500 tons. So it'd be like a Mack truck hitting you. This thing has got 7.2 millimeter thick blade stock. You know what? It was worth the $78 to buy this just to have a good laugh. Just to have a damn good laugh. I mean, have you ever bought something ridiculous just because you thought it was ridiculous and it was fun to be ridiculous? 7.3 millimeter blade stock. 7.2. I am so sorry. 7.2. 0.28 inches. Okay? I mean, you've looked at like 1/4 inch thick blade stock and gone, that's ridiculous. Of course, it's ridiculous. And so what's 7.2? Come on, I'm waiting for the guys going, this is a Mall Ninja gas station. It probably is. I don't know, whatever. 0.87 inches, 22.2 millimeters for you over there in Europe that want to know how stupid this thing is. Oh, and by the way, let's take a little bit of a measurement, and then we'll look this dog over. 4-inch blade. What do you think? Do you see that 4 there? Yeah, that's kind of, but not quite. 3.85 at 100 millimeters, and then down here about 105 millimeters at 4. Cutting edge is 3 3/4. 9 1/4 overall length at 23.5 centrometers. And check this out. So there's my Vandal, which is exactly the same size. 9 3/4 overall length with a 4-inch blade. This little gent carry here, this button lock gent carry, is 6.3 ounces. So everybody's like, well, that's a freaking bazooka on multi-row bearings. This is crazy. It's a machete. Well, then what's this? What is this? Yeah, don't be knocking my Vandal now. And there's the 0.00 thousandths of an inch thick liner holding this blade, this 500 megaton blade back from crushing your soul. So yeah, they might want to rethink that. Okay, 355 grams. So that's like 25 Benchmade bug outs. And let's roll around here. I mean, you know you want one, right? You do. Don't lie to me. 12.5 ounces. Especially for $78. But here's the rub. I couldn't take it apart. It's supposed to have multi-row bearings. Couldn't take it apart, so I was rolling this shit around here. Like, I want to get you apart, god damn it, and all this shit. And so I'm rolling this part around, right? See that? Okay. So I finally jacked with it and messed it up and down and around to where I finally threw it off center. And now I can't get it re-centered, even though, and let's finger flick it out. There's no blade play. No lock rock, but I'm worried about the lock wanting to completely undo here. If that's 20%, that's all it is. And you can see the liners are probably 1.5 millimeter, that kind of, and they're skeletonized. Yeah, for weight relief, this little gent carry. So DC-53 steel on this, which is kind of, a glorified D2. You can read up on it. They talk about, well, they're using it for dies and tools and stuff. Okay, so, yeah, I mean, they generally talk about it in terms of workability, cold, hardened, whatever, I don't know. So that's what this is. And I've seen it on some other Chinese knives as well. But no, I wouldn't knock it. Look at the thumb studs. How ridiculous are they? Okay, thumb studs. I mean, it seems like they went to a lot of work for the $78. And look at the stop here. But I'm not. Is it stopping it both ways that way with that stop? Because it looks like these are engaged almost. So I don't know if these are stopping it with the open and the others and the other pin with the closing, or if it's getting it both ways with that pin and these just look like they're engaging as a stop, or maybe a backup. I mean, you might need it on this thing too. But where did I had a piece of paper around here somewhere, which was ridiculous. Hold on, where are you? Oh, single page, Pete, please. I mean, so you go, there's no way this thing cuts, right? I mean, it's just a chop a tree down, right? There's no way it cuts. Look at that. I mean, that is borderline scary sharp, in my book. Borderline scary sharp. And you know what? What makes it really scary is not the fact that it's cutting that well, but it is. It's cutting really, really well. But what could this do? Ooh, if you mishandled this knife with that lockup. So I think you ought to buy one, don't you think? Yes. And I won't give you the link to this, so you have to look it up yourself. But here it is. $78, DC53. It's the HAN-317. You can get it in 4 different colors, but you don't. You get it in either black or green, and I guess it's either stonewash or satin or something. I don't know what the hell. So that's what they're doing here. There's their store. So look it up on AliExpress yourself. And they got 1,495 followers. I mean, they did deliver the knife. And here's your stats on it, by the way. 357 grams. Gift box. I wouldn't know if I'd call that a gift box, but they go double row bearings. I don't know. I can't take it apart. And you know what? They lied on the blade length. The blade length's longer than what they're saying. But, I mean, I did message the seller and say, tell the manufacturer that they need to make it to where you can unscrew this. So they need to put a D shape in here and take it a little bit lighter on the thread locker. And then you can take it apart. And yes, I mean, if I actually got to really message the manufacturer much, I'd say I think your liner needs to be thicker. But I mean, if you just want to make a crazy, out of control knife, that's fine. I got no problem with that. That's fine with me. Here's your stop. So at least you don't have to worry about it. Maybe that's why they did this too, actually, is because they looked at the liners and go, nah, that ain't gonna work. So you got this screwed into there. So now you got a fixed blade. And you could use it. I mean, actually, it would be something usable. It's just like if you took it camping or hunting, it's just heavy to have to drag around with you for no reason at all, really. But otherwise, around the house for whatever, maybe. Well, and for $78 and just the laughability, you get the guys over to watch a game, you're drinking beer, you want to watch them fumble around with a knife and maybe cut some arteries and shit like that. Hold on, what is this? Wow, yeah, contact patch, not all that bad considering. That's a big old flipper tab. But, I mean, they put some machining into it. So I don't know. I just thought it was interesting. But if they would have made it to where I could take it apart, then I wouldn't have jacked it out of. Now I can't jack it back into being to centering the blade back, although it's got plenty of clearance on both sides. I just drives me crazy to have it off center now, and it is. It's off center, you can tell, but it ain't touching this side over here. It's off center. Push, push. There are some techniques for recentering a blade without taking it apart. I guess I could work on that if I wanted to. But I just thought I'd throw it out here so we could all laugh and have a good time. And I will have this in a table sale with full disclosure about everything. It may take a paragraph or two, or just, whatever, sell it off. But if these guys ever get their act together and, make this to where I could take it apart, and maybe do a little bit better on those liners as far as you can always take some material off of here, actually, on the end of that liner, if you could take it apart, which is the big thing. Then it'll migrate over further in the middle. It's still at 7.2 millimeter thick blade stock. That's a lot to support. And, they skeletonize the liner up and a little bit on the bottom as well. Okay, I like the micarta. I mean, you think that's really a lot of knife for the money. So I just thought it was interesting, and I didn't know. I didn't know what I was going to get. And in the box, it's pretty plain, but here's how they put it: the HAN-317 green. So it's either green or black. It's just like stonewash or whatever. I don't know. And then they do give you some paperwork, which is interesting. Carefully to avoid cutting hand completely off of your body. Please do not use... Yeah, no shit. Okay, so, and microfiber cloth. And then some lanyard cord, which would be good because you could run it through the lanyard hole on the knife and then into this piece here, right? And so you could have it attached to the knife so you don't lose it. And then you could make the lanyard long enough to where you could just never have to detach it from the lanyard, just run it around and screw it through. But, I mean, I've seen knives like that before. Okay, so we're all good. We're all good. I'll put this little piece, well, hell with it, out here. Because I'm going to screw it into the damn knife, keep it from opening and closing. What do you think? Insane enough? I mean, it drops over the detemp ball, and baby, can we say guillotine? And take your finger back here, right? If you want to flick it open. How insane. And then under these thumb studs, you can flick it open because it's just a little gent carry, isn't it? Okay, yeah. I'm done bothering you. I just thought it'd be a hoot. And so $78 you just blew away. What? Yeah, I know. But we are the Love Them Knives channel, guys. You know what? And so we do insane things like this just because we can. Sub to my channel if you want to see more craziness, and you guys stay sharp.